Hola, hola! Welcome back to Learn Spanish with Mr. Brigs. I'm a qualified Spanish teacher and I upload videos every week. Today's video is very interesting. Should you learn Spain Spanish, Castellano, or Latin American Spanish? That is the question. That's right, many people when they start learning Spanish, they do not know whether they should learn Spain Spanish or Spanish from Latin America. But before we watch this video, I would like to extend you a warm invitation to subscribe to my channel. You will find Spanish lessons on a consistent basis. I upload every week. So click the red button and subscribe. Muy bien, let's begin. Spanish is the second most widely spoken language by native speakers around the world. It is spoken in Europe, in the Americas, in Africa, in the Polynesia, and even in some parts in Asia. Spoken today as Chavacano in the Philippines. It is a language with a global reach, and many people want to learn Spanish. However, when you find a language that is so international, people end up asking, what type of Spanish should I learn? Should I learn Spain Spanish or Latin American Spanish? That is the question. Which one should I learn? So let's consider some myths about Spanish. Mitos. Incorrect assumptions about the Spanish language and the difference between Spain Spanish, Castilian, or Latin American Spanish. They're very different. They're not the same. They're completely different dialects. If I learn Spain Spanish, I won't understand Mexican Spanish. But hang on, I got good news. Just like Canadians, British, Australians, and American people in the US, for instance, can understand each other without any problem, likewise, Mexicans, Chileans, Spaniards, Argentinians, and other Latin American countries can understand each other without any problems. However, there's some bad teachers out there. Some private language schools, particularly in China, are known to hire only Spanish teachers from Spain. These schools lack understanding and insight. It is sad to say, but it only shows ignorance. For example, some of these schools in China do not know that only 10% of Spanish is spoken in Spain, while 90% of the Spanish spoken around the world is Latin American Spanish. So keeping this in mind, I'd be very careful with the schools that encourage only Spain Spanish or only Latin American Spanish. You want to gain a round knowledge of the Spanish language. Now, for example, if you got a Mexican person and someone from Spain, you'll be able to see that they can perfectly understand each other. That's right, it is the same language, regardless whether it's Spanish from Spain, Castilian, or Mexican Spanish. The same thing happens when you have, for example, somebody from Chile or Dominican Republic, two countries known for their richness of jargon and slang. Doesn't matter. A Chilean can understand a Dominican and vice versa. Essentially, it is the same language. True, there's different intonations and accent, but it is the same language. The same happens when you place a Mexican, Dominican, Spaniard, or Chilean in the same room. They're going to strike up a really good conversation. Let's move on and learn a little bit about the Spanish language. What is its origin? The Spanish language originated in Europe, specifically in the Iberian Peninsula, Hispania, today Portugal and Spain. Spain was a province of the Roman Empire. Spanish derived as a dialect of spoken Latin. In Spain, Spanish is referred to as Castellano or Castilian Spanish. Spain is the land where the Spanish language was born. But how did Spanish become such an important international language? Spain was an extremely powerful empire during the 16th, 17th, and 18th centuries. Spain became known as the empire on which the sun never sets. Literally, Spain had colonies and territories all around the globe. It is interesting to mention, nowadays we have superpowers such as the United States, Russia, and China. But Spain was the first global power in the world. Spain had territories across Europe, parts of Italy, the Netherlands, France, and even Germany. The Spanish Empire led European exploration of the New World and also across the globe. And also, the fact that Christopher Columbus worked and claimed lands and territories in the name of Spain paved the way for the Spanish language to become a super language. That's right, Spain supported Italian sailor Christopher Columbus on his exploration projects. In return, Christopher Columbus gave his loyalty to the Spanish crown, reclaiming every territory that he discovered and explored. The expansion of the Spanish Empire helped the Spanish language to reach the remotest corners of the earth. Now, it is imperative that you remember the following. The first thing you should know is that, as a matter of fact, there is no best or better type of Spanish any more than there is a better version of English, French, or Arabic. It all comes down to your personal preference, whether it is Spain Spanish or Latin American Spanish. The language is still the same language, and anyone who claims the contrary is either exaggerating or is very ignorant. Okay, so let's begin with reasons why you should learn Latin American Spanish. As I said to you, this is a preference, a personal preference, but one of the reasons perhaps is the fact that Latin American Spanish accounts for 90% of Spanish spoken around the world. That's right, Spain is home to less than 10% of the world's Spanish speakers. So in other words, most Spanish speakers speak Latin American Spanish, not Spain Spanish. Número dos, reason number 2. Why should you choose Latin American Spanish? Let's see. Choose Latin American Spanish if you want to use Spanish in North America, Central America, and South America. Número 3. Number 3. Learn Latin American Spanish if you plan to travel visiting Mexico, Peru, Chile, or explore different Latin American countries. Número 4. Number 4. Learn Latin American Spanish if you live in the United States. You'll be better off learning Latin American Spanish. Número 5. Number 5. Learn Latin American Spanish if you are learning with Spanish AP books for the US curriculum, because this is based on Latin American Spanish. Muy bien. Now, what about Spain Spanish? When should you learn Spain Spanish or Castilian, Castellano? Choose Spain Spanish if you want to use Spanish in the European Union. That's right, that makes sense. Spain is in Europe, so its Spanish is more widely present in the European Union. And if you live in Europe, keep in mind that most people that learn Spanish, they learn Spain Spanish. For example, in England, in many schools in England and other places in Europe, the Spanish taught is Spain Spanish. Número 2. Reason number 2. Why should you learn Spain Spanish? Choose Spain Spanish if you want to learn a form of the Spanish closer to its original form. After all, Spanish was born in Spain. So if you want to learn one of the purest forms, learn Spain Spanish. Número 3. Number 3. Choose Spain Spanish if you are interested in the history, cuisine, and culture of Spain. Spain is one of the richest, culturally diverse countries in the world. It's got a rich culture. So this is an excellent reason to learn Spain Spanish. Number 4. Número 4. Razón número 4. Reason number 4. Why should you learn Spain Spanish? Choose Spain Spanish if you are interested in familiarizing yourself with the origins of the language, or if you want to visit or perhaps study Spanish in places such as Salamanca. which incidentally is a city with some amazing Spanish university. Número 5. Number 5. Why should you learn Spanish? Choose Spanish if you're interested in communicating more effectively with Europeans and African Spanish speakers. Iberian Peninsula, Canary Islands, Equatorial Guinea, West Sahara, Ceuta and Melilla in Morocco, they all use Spanish or a closer form of Spanish to Spain. Now, the ultimate goal for you should be to get a well-rounded knowledge of the Spanish, international Spanish. Why not learn both? In the end, it is the same language. Becoming familiar and having a well-rounded knowledge about how Spanish is spoken in different parts of the world can give you a linguistic advantage. Spanish is a language whose popularity won't be going anywhere anytime soon, and for good reason. More than 600 million people speak Spanish around the world today. So what are you waiting for? Start learning Spanish. Subscribe to my channel and click the bell button. That way you won't miss out next time I upload a video. Subscribe is free, you don't have to pay anything, and you can accompany me on this journey of exploration of the Spanish language throughout the world. We learn different types of Spanish. You will learn basic Spanish, intermediate Spanish, and advanced Spanish with Mr. Brigs and Learn Spanish World. Muy bien amigos, I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and I'll see you very soon. Adiós.